The last time I rang up the Home Office, they told me to contact Tasmania Police, and as soon as I contacted them and I mentioned Dr. Paik, he attacked me. Hello, Jeremy Harbottle. This is Samantha Kendrick concerning Pamela Kendrick, 11th of the 4th, 39, British. She's in Mount Esk. Obviously, you've read my communication and you've listened to the tapes. It hasn't worked, has it? So I think the best thing is that we'll can all the threats and we'll just get on to how this can be sorted out. Well, clearly my mother's health is the priority and she needs her vertebrae replaced, and there needs to be a wheelchair. The Catholic home was never going to work, was it? The diet just is not. The diet is not our diet. I did say that in the initial guardianship hearing, which leads me to the guardianship hearing, because this is your area. All I can say about all this is that if you want to get people within your industry, don't rely on me and Mum. I had left 15 years previously and my mother was actually coming back. I have asked over and over again for the copy of the guardianship hearing. With the guardianship hearing, you literally had no right to mention the doctor that I had made a statement about. It had nothing to do with my mother's mental health, like zero. In fact, what it looked like is that you had got hold of my mum and overdrugged her and then got the doctor and said, take back the statement or your mother gets drugged. I'm assuming you knew exactly what it looked like and decided that I was just a lonely peasant girl selling matches so I could buy teeth to eat. Last joke. Which was embarrassing. It's the internet times and it was just embarrassing. So there has to be another guardianship hearing, does there not? One without partners. I mean, why you put her under Dr. Jenny Davidson, I just don't know why. My mother, when she went back to Eureka Gardens, didn't want to be under Nori, didn't want to be under Dr. Paik, so she deliberately left things around. And then you overdrugged her. You overdrugged my mother to the extent that I now know what it's like to be the daughter of a heroin addict. As you are aware, because there's no point anymore in pretending that you don't know my background. As you are aware, I was infamous someone who had memory loss through trauma and through, it was actually hypnosis. You are aware it was the Cornish doctor that started it all, and his sons. My mother too, unfortunately, was a victim of it, and my mother was not hallucinating. You did not have to put her on hallucinogenic drugs, as Dr. Paik full well knows. It's why he gave the shock treatment. No point in lying anymore, is there? So what was actually happening was my mother's memory was returning, and with that comes a certain release, does it not? And that's where the problems began. All I can say is if anybody has been in contact with that Cornish doctor or the sons, you need to get yourself checked. I do not know how he has managed to get away with lie after lie after lie. I'm not even touching the initial scene in Cornwall. My mother and I actually arrived after everything. I've had 3 eye tests. Basically, I was ruled out very, very early on in the piece. I do not know why they claimed that I had a child. I mean, it was so far-fetched. All I can say there is that the whole family have a slight heart problem. None of us are able to put on weight. And so I don't know what they were thinking when they produced this adult woman claiming that she is my daughter. They also got the hair texture wrong. There was a lot they got wrong. I cannot stress this enough. Anybody that has come into contact with the doctor or the two sons need to get themselves checked. I do not know how one of the sons managed to get into a certain group, but as soon as I was questioned, he was immediately got rid of. I feel you are like the Smith family. I feel that you looked at my mum and I and you saw some form of stardom, and I feel that that's why this all got done. When I was younger, I would be put in a terrible situation, so I would be rescued, and I feel that is why you have done what you have done. You have had plenty of time with my mother. Do you understand? So there needs to be a new guardianship hearing, which I would like Dr. Paik, Nori, Nicole Raj, obviously Dr. Jenny Davidson, and clearly Kylie Hellier. Kylie Hellier cannot say to me or any of the families, your mother has fondest memories, when that was the reason why you took her. You said that she has no memories. Dr. Paik took her memories. So my mother didn't actually witness anything, you see, nor did I. So removing her memories was pretty much the most dumbest thing anyone could do. It was also illegal. So my mother actually wants to go to New South Wales, clearly to a Jewish home and clearly by the sea. There's not going to be any more Catholic. That's it, it's over. Do you understand? It does not matter what I cannot believe that you thought that Anita Smith, because she holds a higher position than me. You know, it worries me. So that Dr. Jenny Davidson's partner, when I rang up legal aid, the receptionist had a go at me. Whatever report I put in is what I saw. When does a predator ever admit what he does? And what about the poor woman he did it to? It's just that when I was in ICE in Seattle and my ex had been brutally attacked, they said it was connected to the doctor in Tasmania. So I'm having kind of trouble with the hierarchy in Tasmania that you are protecting. So my mother needs a vertebrae replaced. She needs a covert passport. She needs a wheelchair. She needs to be in New South Wales by the sea, and she needs to be ready to fly. Do you understand? There has been no reverse dementia drugs. They put her on 3 Panadol a day. She's got breast cancer and the vertebrae. Her legs are swollen, and there has been no video communication due to Kylie Hellier. In England, they give every unemployed person, every pensioner a laptop. Communication and entertainment is considered a right here. You have made my mother alone. How I feel about you, there can be no more communication after the emergency hearing.